With Airbnb and VRBO bookings being down pretty much across the board, I've told you guys how you can do some pricing and minimum stay changes to boost the amount of bookings, but I also told you guys in the video that I just put out last week that you need to have an absolutely baller listing in order for people to click on that and even see what your prices and your minimum stays are. And so today I'm going to share with you the tips and tricks that I use to have the best booking possible and to try to get the most guests, especially in times where things are a little bit slower. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Airbnb ABCs. I'm super happy to have you guys here as usual. And the thing that I see on Airbnb and VRBO, and I see this a lot because I'm in a lot of groups where people share listings to look at, is that there are a lot of very beautiful properties out there that have absolutely terrible listings. And it doesn't matter how nice your place is if you aren't marketing it, if people aren't being able to see how awesome that it is. And I could not imagine purchasing a property for $500,000 or $1 million or $2 million and be totally hamstrung by just a junk listing. And so today I'm going to show you guys the tips and tricks that I have learned and that I've picked up along the way, and a couple of these that I've come up with completely on my own to try to catch as many high quality and high paying bookings as possible. Because you set your prices low enough, like $50 a night, you're going to fill it up no problem. And I'm going to give you guys the most important bit of information right up front. So please like this video and subscribe down below so that more people can see this. You need to get the maximum amount of good, high quality, easily digestible information into your potential guests' eyes and into their head as fast as physically possible. The reason for this is because people these days essentially have the attention span of a gnat. We're in the TikTok, YouTube Shorts era where a 60-second video is starting to become a really long thing. And so if you guys are this far in, you're above the average. And nobody is reading, nobody is digging deep. They want the information immediately. And so if you know that, you can take advantage of those things and put your listing apart from the ones that still haven't caught up to where we are today. There are three main areas that I want to hit on, being the pictures, the title, and the description. But really quick, I wanted to talk about all of the other things in your listing. You need to fill out your listing completely. Go into all these areas that have the amenities. Go and check the things that you do or don't have. If you are on VRBO, go in and check the things that you're near. Go through every single menu, and this could take a few minutes out of your day. And again, you guys are in charge of a business. You are marketing properties. And so all of these things are searchable fields. And the more things that you all are able to check, the better the chances are that you are either going to be filtered down into those results or someone that is looking for it is going to be able to find those things. Also, add things to your place that are in very low expense type of items so that you can check more boxes. For example, there are two cabins that I have that have absolutely no fuel-fired appliances, no gas or anything. I still added carbon monoxide detectors to those so that I could check that box on Airbnb, and so that they would that would go towards their algorithm of recommending my property higher than someone that does not have that checked. The number one thing that you guys really need to nail down is your pictures. People are looking through Airbnb and VRBO. They're scrolling. They're seeing, hundreds of cabins or beach properties, whatever, go by. They need a picture that is going to stop them. They need a wow picture that is going to stop the scroll, and you need these to be professional photographs. That is a non-negotiable. If you are against having professional photographs done because they are the ones that can frame the pictures exactly right. They can get the lighting exactly right. They can edit it so that it enhances the property but doesn't falsely advertise the property. And if you guys aren't cool with that, it's probably time to hit the unsubscribe button, head on down the road, because that is pretty much a have to have type of thing. You may even want to do these on a seasonal basis where you maybe get summer, spring, fall, and winter, or maybe just a couple of those seasons, so that you can showcase your property to the people that you are marketing it to right now and show those different seasons how it looks during the time that you're trying to advertise for. What you want to do is, this is probably going to be for your wow photograph, something that is one of your main amenities or one of the main selling points for your particular property. It may be something, a popular area in your property. What I look for this is like a view For one, we have our fireplace, our outdoor covered fireplace. This could be your hot tub. It might be a very nice stone fireplace inside your home. We have used all of these different things as our wow shots. Some cabins do not have exactly something that stands out, and this is going to be a challenge. We have one cabin like this where it's not exactly clear what is going to be the main wow factor. So we've made it the living room so far with the floor to ceiling stone fireplace. We are looking at adding string lights to our rear decks and having twilight pictures taken. And I think that that's really going to pop when we get it done. It is something that's going to be a work in progress, but always be thinking about the next thing that you can do to grab that attention grabber that you can put to stop people from scrolling. Your next 3 to 4 pictures are almost as important as your hero shot. When somebody clicks on your listing, they are going to see that hero shot will be the main thing on the screen, but there will be next to that on VRBO and Airbnb, those 2 or 3 or 4 pictures need to be your next biggest amenities. So you got your one that's like the standout, and the next one needs to be your next 3 or 4. What a lot of folks will do in that case is they'll just start putting their photos in order for however they want to order it. For me, I usually order it like the front of the house, the outside, then walking into the inside, the bedrooms, etc. in order. But what I do is I always make sure that I have my hero picture, my next 3 or 4 big things. It could be a game room, it could be the view, it could be a hot tub. We usually have all of those integrated in those next 3 or 4 pictures. So when they click on that, they are then getting there and they're saying, wow, look at all these other things that it has, and it just puts it right up in their face. They don't have to go digging for it. And again, that's what we need to be doing, is just shoveling as much information quickly and easily into their face so that they can make a decision quickly, because they're not going to be digging. This is a rapid fire thing. There's hundreds or thousands of properties they're looking at. After you have those 3 or 4, then you can put your photos, and you want to have like 30 to 35 of your best pictures in a reasonable order that makes sense. Again, I like to do like showcase the outside of the home, then walking in the front door, and kind of a natural progression of how you would enter and look around the house if you were to be there for the first time. Now, a lot of folks will get like, 80 or 90 pictures from your photographer. And I had at one point put basically all those in there, because I said, how could you possibly have more pictures than you would need? I want to give as much information to these folks as possible, but I posted my listings on some of these listing advice forums, and people said, we're getting really bored clicking through your pictures. There's too many of them. So I backed it off to only the 30 to 35 pictures that showcase exactly all of the highlights, and I took out all the things of close-ups of, little pictures, or close-ups of the dining table, or close-ups of whatever, just the overview of the place so they can get through it quickly and easily. And so when they get to the property, they can experience all those little nuances themselves. It's sort of like the old thing with the skirt. You want it to be short enough to keep the interest, but long enough to cover the subject, and you want to keep that with your photographs. Another big place where people miss it, and I believe this is only on Airbnb, because I have assigned photos to places on VRBO, but they don't really seem to do anything, because again, VRBO is, in my opinion, a little out of date and a little clunky. But assign the pictures where you're going to sleep in Airbnb especially. This gives you a chance to show off the bedrooms, especially if you have sleeping areas that are not, technically enclosed bedrooms. In most of our cabins, we either have a sleeping loft or a pull-out couch, and so that enables us to showcase those things so that there's no confusion on the part of the guests about where they'll be sleeping. There's no surprises. We also list it in the description, which we are going to get to real soon. This is often left undone, and if you put those on there, it definitely makes you look more professional, like you have your stuff together, and is just another easy way to just shotgun information into your guests' minds so they can easily make a decision that your place is the best, and is one over here with the crappy listing with terrible dark pictures is something that they're going to pass on. Once people have stopped scrolling on your hero photograph, the absolute next thing that they are going to look at before they even click on your listing is your title. So don't waste it. You only have a very short amount of characters, and depending on if you're looking at it on Airbnb or VRBO or the mobile view for each one of those, you don't get a lot of characters to sell this space, but this can be one of the biggest attention grabbers, one of the easiest ways to put the information right there in their face so that they don't have to, really dig deep and get that booking. This is not where you put your cabin or your beach house name. No one cares about your cabin name. Nobody cares about the fancy bear pun that you came up with for your cabin, or your sea pun or something like that for your beach house. This is where you extremely rapid fire the highlights of your particular place. You're going to put that you have views. You're going to have, or do you have pools? That's going to change whether it's summer or winter. Is it private? Is it close to XYZ amenity, et cetera, et cetera? You're going to want to do that in the order of most importance. So if you think that your outdoor fireplace is going to get you that booking, if you think it's private, if you think it's pools, that you want to be the very first thing that people are going to see. VRBO allows emojis, so use them instead of spaces and commas. You can get on emoji keyboard and you can find all sorts of, I think it's like emojikeyboard.com, Google it. You can find all sorts of emojis that go with the amenities that you're listing. So you can put pool and then have a thing of a bathing suit or a water splashing or something like that. Pool table, you can get an 8-ball. Mountains, there's a mountain emoji that you can put on there. I don't particularly like typing in emojis, but people like it, and it can make it stand out. It can make your place seem more fun compared to all the other ones that just say pool, comma, hot tub, comma, views, comma, et cetera, et cetera. Again, change this stuff seasonally as you see fit. You market to the people that you are marketing it to for the season that you're marketing in. That just makes sense. And, staying static is not going to work. So in the summertime, market that you have pools. We do that with the cabin that we have with our 3 community pools that go with it. We put the pools up front. When it starts becoming fall, wintertime, we put that we have 2 wood burning fireplaces. One is covered in outdoors. If you don't have those things, market your hot tub first. Just always make sure that you're getting the best information for the time frame for the guest that you're looking to capture. Everything so far that we have talked about is before they have even clicked on your property. Once they have clicked, the biggest thing that you want to do is keep that information hose just flowing right in their mouth with the easy to digest information right at the beginning of your description, which we are going to get into right now. So once they've clicked on your listing, don't go giving them a reading assignment. Nobody likes homework. No one does. Don't make them start reading right away. You want to keep that same easy, digestible information of the highest quality, of the highest excitement level. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Bullet point your property right on the front page. Spoon feed them that information. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Make it exciting. Make it rapid fire, and you want it to be one great thing after another. So, you put incredible mountain views, exclamation point. It's a real log cabin. It's private. It's close to Gatlinburg. It's close to Pigeon Forge. It's steps from the beach. It's beachfront. There's a hot tub. There's video games. There's air hockey table. There's pool table. Just all those things. And one after another. Make sure that you are building a level of excitement for people to click on your property, or once they've clicked on your property, to go over to the side there, select their dates, and go ahead and book it. After the bullet points, that's the time where you can sell your space. This is not the place to put all the rules. I see this happen a lot too. This is a major listing problem. Don't put all your rules. Don't make it all negative in the description. You want to describe the property, make them feel like they are there right now, help them visualize it, and also put in the little bits of information. So for example, in our places where we have seasonal pools, we'll say you can take a dip in the hot summer sun in the seasonal pool, open, Memorial Day or Labor Day. You can put that the fireplace, warm up by the fireplace, if it's a gas fireplace or whatever, if you have some sort of restriction between April and October and April. These are the times to sell the place, not make them, feel like they're going to go down there and be fined for this. There's rule for that, rule for this, whatever. If this isn't your thing, you can't come up with the way to describe it. You're not a good storyteller. You can't make people feel like they are there right now. Hire this type of thing out. There are tons of people that can do it. You may know someone that's good at writing. They may do it for you just for free. You give them a case of beer or something. They may take $5. There is other places like Fiverr where you can go online. You can get freelance people to do this. You can get them to do thumbnails for YouTube videos. You can get them to do all sorts of stuff. And if all of that fails, you can always go to the machine and use ChatGPT to help you write your descriptions and other things that you may need to write that you're just not very good at. Even though, to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of AI. I've seen plenty of Terminator movies. I know where this goes in the end. So, I just try to come up with it yourself so it doesn't feel like a robot is writing your stuff. After that, you can put your house rules in the rules section. Anything that you want to do with that, that's where you can put, that you got to be 25 to book or whatever your booking age is. No animals, no pets, no smoking, no parties, blah, 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 blah. Put all that stuff way down deep in once you've got them. Because if they've clicked or looked at your picture, clicked on your title, read your bullet points, and now they're reading and they've read your description, you've sold the place, you've made them visualize it, and they're down into the things where it says like there's steep roads in the mountains, these are the rules, this is when we're available. You've got them already. They're down to 1 or 2 properties and they're just trying to pick out and they're trying to get as much information, and now they've decided they want to read and things like that. And so that's the place to put that, and especially your travel insurance recommendations, anything that you want in your listing. So if there is a problem, you can say that, it's in the listing and Airbnb shouldn't have a problem with that. Don't hamstring your property with a terrible listing. You guys want to have the most baller listings in the world right now with the best pictures, the best titles that grab attention, and the best descriptions that are going to easily grab attention before you get down into where you're selling the space and people have to read. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to click the links that are on the screen right now. These are going to tell you all about the types of cabins that we buy, the types of properties, how we manage them remotely, all of the trials and tribulations of running an Airbnb and VRBO short-term rental business. There are cabin tours up here so you can see exactly the types of things that we are into. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next one.